Check the time and adjust your dial. It's time for the GZ Chop Shop Podcast, the best podcast by gamers for gamers. Each week, we give you the rundown of all the happenings in the gaming world, news updates, reviews, and much more. We do all the research so you don't have to. And if you still want more after the show, we got you covered. Check out our website at thegzchopshop.com for all of our latest content. Now keep your ears locked because it's time for the GZ Chop Shop.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back for another episode of the GZ Chop Shop. We are on our 67th episode. And as always, we have a very amazing lineup for you guys. This week is going to be... I'm not even going to out myself. But anyway, the lineup is pretty much, we're going to talk about basically fan meeting fans, some amazing Deadpool conversation. But before you guys get too excited, it doesn't exactly have anything to do with the movie, but it's something you guys are going to like. We're also going to talk about Blizzard's decision to change Overwatch's 6v6 play style to 5v5 and how that could potentially affect the Overwatch League and probably esports going forward. And gaming PC prices are going up. So is this the worst time to be a gamer? But we'll talk about that as we get further into the episode. So without further ado, let's kick it off. Carah, take it away.
Take it away with the stray dogs. We're gonna take it away with the stray dogs, guys. God, okay. So I am
you really are mad.
What?
You really are mad at him.
I am.
It was a mistake.
So backstory on what we're laughing about. So Itachi makes these clip up things, right, where he puts what we're doing on the episode, and for this segment, he did the fan Ryan Reynolds meets Stray Dogs, which is actually supposed to say Stray Kids. Stray Kids is a K-pop group, and for those of you that don't know, I am into K-pop, so I keep up with the K-pop world, and this has been happening over the last probably week. Stray Kids are on a contest show where they're doing all of these different stages against other K-pop groups, and so this week they did a Deadpool themed stage, and it started off with one of the members who's from Australia, in like a full Deadpool gear, and him starting out kind of making comments about the whole opening to the Deadpool movie where he's like, oh, hello, and going into that, and basically it made it to Twitter, and a fan made an edit where they combined the beginning of Deadpool, where Deadpool's talking, and the edit of Felix from Stray Kids, and Ryan Reynolds actually replied to it. And all he replied to was, oh, hello, and at Stray Kids. And it just has unveiled from there. The leader, Bang Chan, he has come to back. Name? Bang Chan.
Yeah, don't let me say it. I'll probably mess that up. Say it out loud,
Itachi. How do you say it?
No.
Bang Chan. Sorry.
Yeah, there you go. It's Korean.
Can we mute him for this section? Please?
I'm going to make fun of the names no matter what.
That's fine. His real name is Christopher, so I'll just call him Christopher then.
Why the fuck is he Bang Chung then?
Because he's from Australia.
He's Australian.
Anywho.
We need a segment called Yuli Ruins Everything.
Literally.
That's the entire show.
Literally. So after the comment that Ryan Reynolds did, they've kind of been tweeting back and forth, and Ryan Reynolds actually tweeted out that he wanted to send Christopher, the leader of Stray Kids, a Aviation American gin bottle signed by him. And then he asked if he could get a autograph. And to which the official Stray Kids Twitter replied with a photo of the leader having a signed album that he signed to Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds.
Oh my God.
Christopher so many names involved.
Too many names.
You're just making up words like I do.
Christopher Reynolds, if you're listening to this.
Wow.
The funny part about that is there's this app called Bubble where the idols can communicate with their fans, and he actually changed his name to Christopher Reynolds on the app. So that's why it's just too many names for me to remember. But he also said that there was other goodies to go along with the red suit, and then he also added Hugh Jackman, and he was like, sorry, he said, second sorry, the new favorite Australian. And to which Hugh Jackman replied, no worries, Bang-chan. I just worry for Stray Kids now that Ryan Reynolds is a fan. He can be a lot. Gotta watch out for my fellow Aussies. So it's just been a big, like, evolution of just, like, this friendship where, you know, Ryan Reynolds is sending him gin, Christopher is sending him, you know, a signed album. Like, it's just, it's been a lot.
In the middle.
It's been fun.
Well,
it's been a lot of fun.
It's no secret that Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman are like best buds.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And to continue, Christopher Bang-chan does this thing where he does a V-Live, which is just a live streaming software that a lot of idols use. And he does it every single week. And this one, he started off wearing a Deadpool mask. And the Deadpool movie Twitter account had a screenshot of it, and they tweeted it out and said, pretty sure this is not officially licensed merchandise, but we'll allow it. To which Ryan Reynolds replied, let's get him a mask.
A real one. This is like a budding friendship. Like, I just kind of want to see, like, is Bang-chan now going to be involved in the Ryan Reynolds, Hugh Jackman back and forth banter that they love to have with each other on Instagram? Like, when Christmas time rolls around.
It would be great.
Like, are they gonna have an ugly sweater contest again?
I'm sure the Pandora box is open, and I wouldn't be surprised if this continues to escalate. If we get a Deadpool 3 and he gets a cameo.
Oh, he's probably definitely gonna get a cameo.
But the fact that Ryan Reynolds' production company, what is it? Oh man, I forgot the name of it. Maximum. Not Maximum. That's something
effort.
Different. Something, I have it here. Hold on. It's here somewhere. Oh my God.
Professionals, everybody.
I think it is like Maximum
Effort. Yeah. So Maximum Effort changed their Twitter bio to a Stray Kids fan account.
Oh man.
With like their 44,000 followers, they literally changed it to Stray Kids fan account.
There's no way they're not getting like a cameo.
And they tweeted out to Stray Kids hello in Korean with an image which was a Maximum Effort account made on the Bubble app, which is the app that idols use that can talk to their fans. And their only friend, because you have to pay for a subscription, but the only friend is Bang-chan. So it's just evolving, and I just thought it was a great thing that kind of meshed the two worlds together.
That's the only fan they need though right now, apparently.
Yeah. Yeah.
Isn't it nice to get news like this in the world that's just happy and brings joy to people instead of all the chaos we've had over the past year?
Yeah.
At the very end of the Teen Vogue article about it, they say we can safely say that all the members of Stray Kids are the world's most successful fans. I'm just like,
oh my gosh,
K-pop's about to blow up.
You know,
to blow up. It's been blowing up.
And the one thing is, you get someone like, you know, Ryan Reynolds' attention. That's a big. That says a lot. That says a lot. And then even, you know, Hugh Jackman chiming in, and this kind of makes me think, like, I heard the rumors. I don't know how true it is, but Hugh Jackman was actually considering making a cameo in the next Deadpool movie.
Oh, that's not a rumor. That's actually been trying to convince him to do that. Like Ryan Reynolds has been.
I feel like this is a perfect opportunity now. Like, that movie's gonna have. There's no, like, now I'm like excited because like Stray Kids, forgive me for accidentally calling you guys Stray Dogs. In my defense, I'm an anime fan. There's an anime called Bungo Stray Dogs, and I don't know why, but that stuck out to me. Okay, I'm sorry.
So I'm not the only one that just makes up words, huh?
It wasn't
Rest
made
in
up
peace
though.
to any followers that like K-pop.
It wasn't.
I don't want to hear it from anyone else about when I make up words for stuff.
Okay, you will completely change. At least I was 50% correct. You will completely change the name.
It's only 2 words.
But
Look.
miraculously, everybody knows what I'm talking about. What I'm trying to get
you called the
across.
charge rifle? A star shooter?
There was a gun called L Star.
You combined
Laser
three
beam.
different guns.
L Star laser beam, I think, is what I called it. A small Death Star.
Yep, there you go. Just call it the mini Death Star and then you'll be forgiven. Okay, so there you go. Ryan Reynolds, fan meeting fan, and Stray Kids. All right, I got it. Okay, so
Doubt it.
now you're probably
Yeah,
right.
me too.
Oh gosh. Moving on. Let's see if this is the right button. Not.
Nope.
That's
Yuli's button.
That's the Yuli button. But you know what?
Well, then,
Preemptive strikes are good.
Preemptive strikes. We're just gonna stop you. Oh, hold on.
should tell
I found
Palestine
it.
that.
Label your buttons.
They are labeled on the screen. Look, the cards are tacky. Okay, every time I look at it. So
No one sees the cards.
I see the cards. Am I the only person who like?
Yes.
Well, no, I'm
Yes.
not. Not in the world.
Yeah, yes.
Not in the-
all of
okay.
the above.
Okay, first of all, Broadcaster, look, if you guys need someone to like help you with the design thing, I know some people. You cannot make an all black machine. All black. And then hand me these. And expect me to put these on my machine. Come on. I would have rather they would like gray.
It's like a window paneling.
It
Literally looks like a window.
Yeah, it's just like right there on the side. So I've tried. I've written on them and I've tried
Hitachi.
so hard to use them.
Hobby Lobby.
Paint them.
What is this? What is this? You want me to use this?
You gotta cut the
Yes.
squares out and glue them to the button.
Fuck.
You just
It's not a bad idea.
I am not. I am sorry. I love the Rodecaster. I do. It's amazing. It's made this podcast really amazing. But I've been trying since I got this thing to use this. And after like an hour of staring at it, I'm like, no.
I wonder how many hours did he
Paint
spend
it.
experimenting with various shapes to get like a kid that puts the blocks in the square, but he puts it in the triangle and can't figure it out.
Yeah.
Oh
and
my
then
God.
it's like then you
I
would
didn't
still
put
have to
my
remember to
phone
take it off and flip it over to the reverse side for the other side anyway. So that means you got to remember that you changed the page of your buttons. So it's like, I'll wing it.
Maybe you need to make a Rodecaster tutorial for YouTube.
Here's how
The
to
do's and
memorize your
don'ts.
buttons.
The do's and don'ts.
How to set up your Rodecaster with Uncle Itachi.
Uncle Itachi.
Uncle Itachi,
You buy the
no.
Rodecaster.
That sounds creepy.
Imagine
if Itachi only had a mustache and you called him Uncle
Oh
Itachi.
my God.
that is literally one reason after the Navy, I
With those
stopped
glasses.
Moving on. In my disappointment, I found the right button. All right, Warners. Let's talk about your Overwatch. Let's dive into the esports. You are very adamant about esports, and I know you're an avid Overwatch player. So how are you feeling about Blizzard's decision here
Hype it on
to?
Avid.
Thanks for that, Itachi. Now, as you can see, about 4 or 5 days ago,
Hey,
apparently
Warners. Hey, Warners. Can you stop talking so goddamn close to your mic?
Dude, you trying to deep throw your mic or something? What the fuck?
He really gets into his
we know you
announcer
got
phase,
talent,
and
man, but you don't have to show off like that.
he just really was into it.
Apparently 4 or 5 days ago, turns out Blizzard dropped the ball.
I can't. Oh,
Itachi's crying. Itachi's crying.
This motherfucker.
I couldn't do it with a straight face.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Oh. Okay.
You want to try that again?
Yeah. 4 or 5 days ago. Oh, stop. I can't do it with a straight face.
I can't breathe.
Oh.
Carah has to like rearrange her face to like.
My cheeks hurt.
The fact he tried to deliver with the straight face, but just so much oomph.
I couldn't do the commentary.
My God.
It's too hard to keep this
Oh my God.
So 4 or 5 days ago,
a few days ago, Blizzard dropped the ball. In the middle of the Overwatch League season, mind you, that apparently when Overwatch 2 comes out, they're completely getting rid of the 6v6. There was quite a few excuses, one of them being from... I want to get the name right here.
Yeah, don't make up names. You know how you love to make up names.
It was Overwatch game director.
I have a tear going down my face.
It was Overwatch game director Aaron Keller explained.
Aaron Keller, what?
Aaron Keller.
Oh, I was like, what?
He's the Overwatch game director.
Oh, okay.
He explained in a tweet that tanks can be problematic and noisy. Blizzard has always tried to make our combat easy to read and very understandable. Sometimes it's just hard to track what 11 other players are doing. So, first of all, I call bullshit on that because I watch plenty of live Overwatch League championships, and I've never had a problem following. Anyone who plays Overwatch, they don't have a problem understanding what's happening. There's been a lot of backlash from this, mainly because what's going to happen is the 5v5 means they're going to remove one tank role. Now, they're saying that the DPS and support will be utilized more efficiently, and the tank role will have a little bit more aggro added to it, a little more power behind it. So it'll be a tank, but it'll also be able to do a little bit more damage. That's how I came to understand it. Mm-hmm. But as far as, there was a lot of fear from what I was reading about people losing their positions in these teams. For people that don't know, 20 teams get broken up in divisions, and they go against each other, and then they go to the playoffs, and it's sort of an American sports style competition.
Yeah.
So we had one guy here. It was Gator. That's his Overwatch name, and he plays for Atlanta Reign is who he plays for. And this is what he had to say. Imagine spending 5 years to perfect your role just for it to be deleted while knowing your role does not translate to another, and you're expected to give it all till the end of this season because it was dropped in the middle of this season. They couldn't just wait till the end of the season. Overwatch 2 isn't even coming out this year. It's projected to come out next year. So why would they, what were they thinking dropping this in the middle of the season? I don't know.
And I'm wondering, like he said, the with esports and literally people training to be, I guess you could say esports athletes. Not only does that hurt the people who are already established, but if they don't have a role, if it's only 5v5, you can believe that some of these teams are going to be cutting some of their players.
Right.
This is their livelihood. If they're not, because to learn this role, it's like you said, 5 years. This is years of mastering that specific role, because that's what you're strong in. That's your role to the team. And first of all, you're not even going to be able to play that role. And there's only 5 people. That these teams, these sponsors, they're going to want the top notch of the team. So that 6th person might have just barely made it. But hey, we got 6 spots. We got to fill it. Some people are going to start getting cut, and they're not.
So it's interesting you say that. On Twitter, he goes by Golden Boy. I don't know his real fucking name, but he is a professional esports host, caster, and global icon in the esports business. This is what he had to say. He said, hot take time. People complaining about 5v5 Overwatch at a pro level who think of tank players will lose their job. Forget that just because you have one tank doesn't mean you'll have one tank player on the roster. One person cannot be great with every tank hero. And that is a good point, because you have mains. You have people that main one or two characters. So maybe they won't cut people and they'll just swap in and out, sort of like you'd see in a hockey or football game, right? You have more than one person that's good at a certain role. And I hope that's the case, because I'd hate for people that are truly that worked really hard to get to this level and make it this far to have their career just cut short.
See, I'm going to be probably the cynical one in this, just because I've seen how business is, especially when it comes to sports. I agree with you. I hope that this is not the case, that these athletes don't get cut. You know, they've earned their place. They've helped a lot of their teams achieve victories. It's unfair, you know, to rob them of that. But at the end of the day, we're just being honest. It's business. For the people in the field that are doing the match, it's a sport, it's a passion. But for everyone else, you know, where all the money comes from, it's business. And to suppress people from having an outcry, you got to do damage control early. So the best way to cut things off at a head is to say, nobody's going to get fired. This is what jobs do when they're about to do a major layoff. They tell you, hey, we're not going to lay anyone off. You guys are fine, because then you'll keep working.
And that's a good point. As you've heard me read these, based off what I've read to you and talked about, that there's two sides to this, and it seems that everyone's kind of split in the middle. I'd say the backlash is a little more than the people that are for it. I did read one tweet earlier. I don't remember. I couldn't find the tweet after I accidentally clicked out of it, so I don't remember who said it, but they said this is the most disrespectful bullshit I've seen since I played Overwatch League.
But no, that's a valid point. In the middle of a season. This is why I say that
they think they're going to throw games. People are wondering if they're going to throw games this season.
Yeah, and there's money in thrown games. I mean, it's already been proven that in actual sports, teams have been offered money. I won't say teams, but players have been offered money to throw games, you know, and I wouldn't be surprised if that's happening in esports now. I mean, it's literally being treated as your regular sports is. You know, there's drug tests, there's, you know, tryouts, team practice. It was only a matter of time before we started getting to this point where they started adjusting the game. And also, with less players, that's more money they get to keep. The reason I'm thinking, you guys will always hear me say it, if there's a possibility that money is connected, then that is a source. All they got to do is make it sound politically correct so that the masses go along with it. But if they can, even if they don't cut people and they get to keep their spot, I am pretty sure they are paid based on their time on the field. Now, I don't know how esports players are played, but I'm pretty sure the ones who participate in the major games will get more than their buddies who are sitting and waiting on the bench.
Probably.
So the more people they can bench, that's more money they can keep to do with whatever. So all of us going to the games are still going to pay the same ticket prices, but all the players who get a cut of that will be lessened. So who's going to keep that extra money?
Well, and it's interesting. I don't know if you've ever watched I don't know if you've ever truly played a competitive Overwatch.
No.
But one important aspect of Overwatch is knowing when to change characters. Knowing when your tank or one of your DPS or one of your healers just isn't working for that match. And you got to change something up to help push against the other team and make things happen. And with that said, I do see benched players, maybe they won't get paid less because you need them to be able to come in and switch that role.
Yeah, like a hot swap.
Right, and make things happen with a new character, because that's a very important aspect of Overwatch, is knowing when to change your strategy and your character.
Now that I could see that, yeah, that could be a possibility. So that maybe on a flip side, on the positive side, this is a way for them to get to utilize bench players more because they're limited to 5v5. So now they can cycle through their entire player roster a bit more often than when it's 6v6. And there's really no reason to swap, because even in smaller games like, Apex, you get into a gunfight, it could be the three of you and you might jump this team that the two, and then all of a sudden their third teammate comes out and it's a game changer. So
now
maybe,
what I am curious about is if I'm playing Overwatch from my computer right now and I'm in the middle of a competitive match and I need to switch characters, I simply go to the area that you can like switch characters at, and I swap characters. Usually you do it on your death if you can help it. You die and you're like, I need to switch characters. So you don't waste time running back to that first area to switch. So how are they going to swap a main DPS support or tank character and have another player come in to take over that main, because that's their main? It without, they'll be under that username. So will they have a separate computer? And you see what I'm saying? Like, they won't just be able to do what I can do, which is just swap characters. Another person has to come in and take control over that character, but the other person's name would still be on there. I'm curious. Does that make sense?
Yeah, they probably
they're gonna have to change the whole the way they do everything now. Instead of getting paid by the wins, you have to sign a contract like real player, not real players, but like sports does. Like, hey, we'll sign you up 2 years, $100,000 per year. So that then if you play or not, every week, they do training and they pick out like, all right, maybe we'll swap out him for the second because he can't handle what's going on here, but his second can. So we'll make them switch for now.
Right. No, right. But I'm just curious how that swap's going to happen mid-game.
Well, they're not going to do it mid-game. I think they're really just going to do it on game per game. But I know they do more than one game on each Overwatch tournament, so they could switch them for you got to play this game, and once this game's done, the next game you play, you can swap out the person and switch out tags and all that.
Right, but when you have to be able to know when to switch characters out mid-game. It's such a huge component of the game.
So then players are going to have to get more skilled with multiple characters, which is a lot better too.
They probably won't have personalized tags anymore. It's kind of like when you watch sports and the well-known players get called out, by name, but most will be like, oh, number so-and-so. And then they say name.
And maybe that's a possibility, and that would be a good thing. So honestly, at this point, it's just kind of wait and see, but I'm really curious how they're going to make that work.
Yeah, they'll probably, because it's not like anyone's coming with their own personal stuff. The players bring themselves, they bring their skills. So they'll probably all have designated, like via computer, probably all be designated a tag via the computer they're on. So when the swaps happen, it's just like player 000.
Right, and I can promise you, there's no pro player that can main every single character. They main a couple characters for a reason. That's their thing. And like me, I can play every character, but there's only like I think 3 characters that I'm specifically really good with.
Yeah. So there's definitely going to be some changes. It's going to be very interesting. And I'm pretty sure it's going to start affecting other esports like games if it goes well, or even if it doesn't go well.
And they play on their own Blizzard servers when they have these competitions. Mm-hmm. So maybe they have a setup that we're not aware of that will make swapping out characters or heroes much easier for the benched players coming in.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they do, because there's a lot of games that when you can spectate, there's probably a special spectation from like Blizzard, like, you know, they probably have Blizzard. Obviously they got Blizzard people on scene, and their spectate mode could be kind of like they can manually switch the tags from where they're observing. So as soon as they see a player swap
or
in, they
can just take Warner's notes and just get good.
There you go.
And I will say this.
You heard it here first, guys. Just get good.
Blizzard, whether you can, Blizzard's known for putting out good games. I don't care what anyone says. Their games have lasted over time for so long for a reason. I don't personally like every single one of their games, but I do respect the fact that those games hold a certain place and they don't bomb. They don't, fade away. They do very well, at least well enough for most of them to be esports worthy. Yeah. So this was really surprising to me to hear that they were dropping the ball like this kind of information, much less in the middle of a season. That really surprised me coming from Blizzard. I mean, they've had updates with games that had backlash, but they've never done anything like this.
Yeah, it is a very surprising thing to do in the middle of the season. And it just kind of ties into, like I was saying earlier, you're going to start seeing a lot of changes as esports continues to skyrocket. Like, they're going to have to make adjustments. They're going to this isn't the first or probably last time we're going to see something like that major happen. And as it continues to grow, and once it becomes literally a permanent staple in society, it won't even be surprising anymore when they start dropping changes like that.
Become that, dude. Like, out of all the competitive games we've seen, I still think Overwatch is the most toxic one out there.
So I will tell you this from
League
personal.
of Legends is pretty toxic, but they've been able to control it a little bit better.
I'll tell you this from personal experience. So I don't know if you're familiar with the ranks in Overwatch, but I'm usually able to, when I'm actually playing the game, I haven't been playing in quite a few months, but typically I can reach platinum and stay in that area. Twice I've reached masters, barely. Like, we're talking barely. Like, I kept it for like 2 days.
Oof.
I mean, it is difficult. But usually I can stay on the lower end of platinum. And as long at that point, the players know what they're doing. When you're that high rank, you know what you're doing. And I personally haven't received the type of toxicity you get as I did when I was in lower ranks. The lower ranks are awful. People don't listen. They do what they want, and that's why it can be very difficult to climb when you don't play with a couple of friends or a team. But as I get up in higher ranks like platinum and stuff, the toxicity is there, but it's not that bad. It's definitely not League of Legends bad. So from experience, I can say the toxicity dwindles down as you rank up higher.
I'm not gonna lie, with the exception of Apex, and I don't know why I even play ranked in Apex. I'm typically not a fan of any ranked based gaming. It can get messy. It really can get messy. It just takes like sometimes that one person you run in and can just like ruin the whole experience for you because they just take it like way too seriously.
It's life or death for them.
Yeah. I had someone tell me one time, I was using again, I know y'all aren't super familiar with Overwatch, but I was playing May. She is the one that uses the freeze cannon and the icicles, and she can use the ice walls. And I was using her as a tank. Now, she's actually DPS, but some characters you can use as a alternate off version. So you can use her as a
freeze can be easily used as a tank as well, and that wall.
Yeah, exactly.
Be very good as a tank. Yeah, so
I was using her as a off tank, and someone was being toxic. I think I was bronze at the time, working my way up, and someone was like, "You need to change to a tank." Blah blah blah. But from my point of view, the way the other team was being, I felt the ice wall was better and blocking them in certain areas and that sort of thing. And we ended up winning like like hilariously winning, like the other team didn't have a chance. And at the end, the guy actually apologized to me because I got play of the game, and I was like, I mean, but I didn't argue with him. He said whatever he was saying. I was like, I just didn't listen to him. When you're being I don't entertain toxic people. And if I feel like something's not working in a game, I choose to change it. That's me. Some people don't. They're stubborn. They don't care. I feel like when I make a change because it really does need to happen.
Yeah. Doesn't I don't know why in terms of talking about ranking, I know you and Carah both play. Doesn't Dead by Daylight have a ranking system?
Yeah. It gets rough too.
It is. But dude, let me tell you what. Every time I play with Destiny is a higher rank than me. And I swear, the last few games that we've played together, we've been getting like rank 1, rank 2s. And I'm just like, why am I here? I'm a rank 14. Why am I here?
Yeah, exactly. Carah, I remember when I told you back a few weeks ago, I was playing with Pyramid Head and I reached rank like 12 or 13.
Yeah.
And I was proud of then I started realizing that, all right, these survivors are getting fucking serious.
Yeah.
Like, they utilize teamwork. One guy has a med kit, the other one has a toolbox, the other one has a flashlight, and they try to get you. I walk backward. I know they say to look up when they try to flash it. I just walk backwards to hook my guy. I'm like, haha. But yeah, dude, the ranking system in DBD is no joke.
Oh my god,
Toxic.
You could do one wrong thing and like depip like 3 like marks on your rank, and I just want to scream because all I want to do is rank up.
I don't like ranking systems in those kind of games. That's one reason I'm not a fan of them, because when Resident Evil Resistance, I used to play Dead by Daylight. In fact, when I came back to streaming like almost 3 years ago, Dead by Daylight was my first game. I actually liked it because I was playing it when it first came out. And
the good old days. And then like you guys were experiencing like the survivors, people who specifically survivor main. I don't know if it's because they know they have other people to piggyback off of, or because they use them as bait or what. But I used to be proud of being capable of taking down 4 people by myself. And when Resident Evil Resistance came out, I loved that game. I played it the day it came out. I got all of my killers up in the high levels and stuff. And then like after the game had got established, then you start meeting those survivor mains, and then it's just not fun anymore. because then all the stuff they do isn't just skill, it's trolly. And they know you can't do anything because it's 1v4. And I'm like, the tools that are given to you as the one person will never ever outmatch the tools of 4 fucking people. Especially when they play together often.
No. I've seen some fucking super killers that can handle a hardcore team of 4. It's just a lot of practice.
It is.
It really is, because you gotta understand, like, as soon as you hit someone and you realize what they're doing, and then you can know, like, all right, this person's actually taking me for a walk, taking me away from the area back there. Let me go back there. Oh shit, you're all 3 right here. Now, see, you gotta think about it like that.
Now with Dead by Daylight, I can see that. Where Resident Evil Resistance there was no walking around. It was all cameras, and it was I feel the game could have been built differently. Because the fact that they could destroy my cameras was like a really unfair advantage, because it was like I would have to take the camera, go someplace that was completely irrelevant. And then you're hoping the zombies were not anywhere as strong as when you play the game your damn self. So you're trying to like have all this situational awareness, positioning. And I feel like games like that should just have like a set toolkit, like no leveling up. Like a set toolkit. Here's your character. Here's what they can specialize in, and pick from here. Because like when you have that, I can have this ability that automatically lets me say, fuck your one-hit kill. It's like, okay, I'm wasting my efforts here. So I just feel like they should just have like, I don't know, like when you pick a fighter on a fighting screen, it's like, here's those.
Well, honestly, ranked games that aren't esports level, they're not going to be regulated and balanced near as well. They're not going to be, tinkered with as well. And I know, like with the killers, every killer takes a certain. It's a certain level of difficulty with each killer to rank up.
Mm-hmm.
And I've had people make fun of me for playing Pyramid Head all the time because people don't think he's very good. Yet Pyramid Head is not about chasing somebody down and just cutting him. Pyramid Head is actually about controlling the entire map.
Mm-hmm. Each killer has a different way to play them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know how, I don't killer main at all. I'm terrible at killer, and I only play one killer just because Trickster has the throwing knives, and
that makes you a main. That makes you a Trickster main.
Yeah, it makes you a Trickster, but you can also use like the Huntress who has the hatchets. You can also use the Hag who teleports with traps.
I haven't really played any other
user.
Okay, fuck you, Itachi, for Freddy Krueger. Any Freddy Krueger person out there, you can fuck yourself.
Why?
That's the doctor.
What I'm saying.
Freddy Krueger and Ghostface. Freddy Krueger,
I fucking hate Doctor.
Doctor you can handle. It's Freddy Krueger, Ghostface, and the cannibal, fucking Texas Chainsaw. Those three are the worst fucking killers because they're easy. You don't need skill to play them.
I never see anyone playing Demigorgon, but when the Demigorgon first came out, I really learned. I tried so hard to learn how to use him. And he's similar to the Pyramid Head in the sense of it's about map control. And he's actually a really good killer.
If you know how to use the Demigorgon, that's good. You can be a damn good killer.
This dude could set up areas and then go underground and pop up with the right perks. You can see where people are at. And if they're near one of the areas that you made your little, what is it called? The underground? You could pop right up next to them. I'm not super good with them, but I learned the aspect, like the mechanics of them.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised that I don't see that many people playing them. And I wonder if it's because people mostly play the killers that are easy to use.
Oh, 100%.
I don't even know is that they're easy to use. I can understand why most people don't use the Demigorgon because his tool sets aren't really useful after a certain stage in the game. Like I think after 3 generators, Demigorgon becomes easy to beat because you just have him walk around while 2-3 people finish the gens. The Demigorgon's easy to bait. All killers have their certain area where like you're good at, the mid game when there's 2 gens done, but you can control the other like 5. While some killers are end game better where, even though all gens are done, they still have to open these 2 things. Well, I can run between these 2 super fast, so go fuck yourself. Or there's some early stage ones where if there's a generator being worked on, they know and they can go over there.
Yeah, and that's true. It all comes down to knowing the mechanics of the killer.
Mm-hmm. And that's why I play Trickster, because there's not really too much mechanics to know about him, because you just throw knives when you're chasing them.
It's not
and then
that
when you get
simple.
close enough,
I think
you whack
the Trickster
them.
has better. What?
Oh, I could definitely learn to play him better, but that's just the reason I play him, just because it's an easy, if you will, an easier killer for someone who doesn't play killer that often. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. Like I've tried Hunter. I've tried a few of them. I didn't try them long enough to know that if I would be good at them, but I just
Which is the one that throws up in your face?
Vommy Mommy.
The Plague.
God, I hate that one.
The Plague's a good
Vommy
one.
Mommy.
God, I hate that one.
I'm good.
She's
Vommy
good.
Mommy.
They actually based her off the next Resident Evil update. Like she's basically Nemesis. Because Nemesis is coming out next year.
They just came out with the new...
Yeah, Nemesis. Well, the Nemesis has the same kind of abilities like the Plague. He has the whip that can infect you, and then he has zombies walking around that can also infect you.
I haven't watched it too. I haven't looked into it too much. I just looked it up. Really it just popped into my head a few minutes ago, so I peeked at it.
Yeah, no, they announced them. Nemesis, Leon Kennedy, Jill Valentine, and the map is Raccoon City Police Station.
Yeah.
That does sound kind of cool. That might be enough to get me to... So
are you going to play? Are you going to play?
If that's there, I probably would, because I'm a big Resident Evil fan.
I'm gonna tell you this. When I saw the announcement and everything, I'm like, Behavior didn't make this. It looks like they got the assets from Capcom and just added it into the game, because this looks too good to be from them. Like this looks really well done.
By the way, everyone, I did finally start playing Village yesterday. I bought it. That game is
It's fucking
brutal.
good. It's good.
That game is brutal. It holds no punches from the beginning.
Doesn't.
I felt bad for Ethan Winters, man. This dude cannot catch a break.
Can I just say that Capcom knows blatantly the stuff they put their characters through is just unrealistic violence that no one would survive,
Well,
and they
how
know
far
it.
did you get into Resident Evil?
So
Stronghold. Well, how far? Who, me or Warner?
Both of you.
'Cause you know how far I am.
y'all are way farther, man. I'm at the point where I was trying to escape the sisters and is it Jamaikas? Am I saying that right?
Demucus?
Demetresque.
What is it?
Demetresque.
He made up words.
Dimitrescu. Dimitrescu. And the guy, the hammer guy with the hat, fucking Western looking dude with the hammer. Heisenberg.
Yeah, Heisenberg.
So I just ran from his trap, and I just passed the part where he damn near killed me with
you're in the first level.
the giant
The castle.
blades.
You're in the castle.
And what's funny is when I was in that pit and those blades were spinning at me, I was like, well, I don't see where to go but this little indention in the wall, so I'll hope for the best, and it turns out it worked out.
That's the spot, yeah. Yeah, that game is
It's not easy.
no.
You'll learn
It doesn't
after
look
the
it,
stronghold,
no.
though.
I'm playing on normal,
That's
and I'm
where I'm
like,
at.
this game is not
you'll
easy.
learn after, like, why he can survive so much.
Yeah, because I'm like, Ethan goes through some stuff. Ethan goes through more than any other character
It's
in the
a good
Resident Evil
fucking
series.
twist to the entire story.
No spoilers for me though. I just started, Julie.
Oh,
Please.
by the way,
No.
if I recommend something, don't fucking waste your ammo on the sisters.
You didn't hear any of that?
He's gonna hate it. He's gonna hate it. I'm
Nope.
giving him a little pointer, like, don't waste any of the ammo on the sisters when
Nope.
you're like being chased by them. Wait till you get to the battle arena.
Nope.
just fucking annoying.
Noise prevention headphones. Nope.
And then after that,
Back to you, Itachi.
No, but yeah, I think like they took a lot of it of Capcom's games and like we're like, oh, can we borrow your assets? Because I don't think we
can't
can make
make
the
this.
game. It looks really good. Like I don't give a fuck. Well, like I understand Behavior's a small studio and all that, but they don't make good-looking games like they did with this new update.
I
will
maybe
say
they
this.
should start doing that going forward. Capcom probably was like, they probably asked from other studios and they probably get told no.
don't even
Capcom
know.
was like, fuck it, we don't care.
I think Capcom was like, you know what, we'll help you, but we'll really help you. We'll send 10 of our guys. We don't want none of your people touching this right here.
We don't want your
all the
people
work for
touching
you.
it.
We
We'll
can have
take it.
one person guide them, but that's it.
Capcom likes
Oh my
to
God.
deliver, and I will say I have my favorite and least favorite Resident Evil games, but I have enjoyed all the Resident Evil games
Yeah.
that they've made.
Yeah, we just
I'm not
admit
gonna
that
lie.
6 is probably the worst.
It wasn't that great, but it's Resident Evil, and I respected it.
Yeah.
We can still say 6 was the worst out of all of them.
We'll do a
I'll-
poll.
If we're talking on the numbered series only, then yes.
We'll do a poll in the
Oh, even
Discord.
the spin-offs, even like the Raccoon City ones with you're like the soldiers and whatever. Like at least that was somewhat decent.
Okay.
Pachi just cringed.
Okay.
Itachi still cringes.
I'm still.
Anywho,
You gotta stop
Alright.
cringing with that egghead of
Next
his.
up, Sony.
I got scared because I didn't know
Hey,
if I
he
changed the
pushed
page.
the right button this time.
I'm not gonna lie, I was scared.
You think by now he'd have like hand memory?
You know,
Right?
because it's purple and pink, and I knew it was one of those two. I couldn't remember which one.
Because you're colorblind.
I'm not. I just literally told you it's purple and pink.
That's what you think. Because you're colorblind.
And it's fucking pink.
That's what a colorblind person would say.
You know what? My life has been a lie. All right. So last
it's
topic.
actually red and blue.
Don't mess with my emotions. So final topic, especially since literally the three of you are PC mains. Seems like
Soon to be
GPUs
the
isn't the
four
only
of
thing
us.
going up. Seems like it is not. Across the board, just being honest, across the gaming board, it does not seem like a great time to be a gamer right now.
No.
Unless you have a lot of money.
A lot of
You
money.
can't get yourself
No.
a 3090. You can't get yourself a PS5. You can't get yourself well, maybe you might be able to get yourself an Xbox. It's
Let's
pretty
be honest,
trash.
nobody cares about the Xbox.
Yeah, there's plenty of-
You
there's
can't
plenty
even
of
get yourself a
Xboxes.
Switch. The
Yeah.
Switches are being sold out too. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
That says something years
that's not
after it
even
came
new.
out.
Yeah. It's like it's not even new and it's being sold out right
It's
now.
sold
Even
out.
the lights. I'm
Your
like,
Switch, a person poor as fuck, their Switch could break down, and you better bet they're gonna pawn everything they can to go get a new Switch.
yep.
That day.
they're not gonna pawn anything. I'd say just go up to GameStop and nope, don't do that.
We do not condone Yuli's unsuggested
Do not condone my
suggestion.
unsuggested. That was on the top of my head because
I highly
it is a pain
doubt.
in the ass.
Oh my
Highly
god.
doubt you could get away with stealing the Switch from a GameStop.
I think
By the
you
way,
can.
GameStop? There's no GameStop around me anymore.
We still have ours. It's holding in. It's gripping tight. It doesn't want to let go.
The two we had around is shut down like 2 years ago.
I think
Yes,
I have
because of
one.
COVID.
They're the next Blockbuster.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No, not the
They're-
next Blockbuster. What was it called that was always next to Hollywood Video? Crazy Games.
They're the next EB Games,
What?
Crazy Games.
Crazy
the next-
Games. There's a game store next to every Hollywood Video, and it was called like Crazy Games.
What the hell is Hollywood Video?
Right?
It was like a knockoff Blockbuster. They
you
don't
guys
know.
never had a Hollywood Video?
You guys
No.
don't
I
have
Guess,
one?
I guess our
not.
area had too many
It was-
Blockbusters.
It was the Blockbuster competitor.
Never heard of it.
Wow.
What
Yeah.
must not have come? I guess that explains why they failed.
God.
Because I never heard of them.
That's hurtful. Oh man. You know,
Must be
I don't
an-
think GameStop has something going for it right now. It's more niche
I
than
think
it
that's because they
is.
sell collectibles now.
Yeah, and people
That's what's
do
holding
love
them.
that. But people do
Yeah.
love that. And I mean, they're trying to expand their market to something else where they just don't sell video games, but it's not happening fast enough to, prevent stores from closing. It's
Well, some stores actually sell computer parts now that I go into them.
yeah.
You know
I
what
think I think they're all going to become their own thing. Like the shareholders are like, look, what do you think will keep your
look.
store open?
They're going to
pet
start
grooming?
selling PlayStation 1s and 2s to make
they
up
do.
for it.
They do. Some of them are retro. Some of them are trying to some of them are really booming because they do like pet
Retro
stuff
sales.
in there.
We don't have the new stuff, but we do have the stuff from 20 years ago. If you're interested,
Hey,
Hey.
but there's someone. I'm even. Hey, if I see one and they have a Game Boy Advance, you bet your ass I'm buying that Game Boy Advance.
I will fight somebody for a Game Boy Color right now.
I will punch the little kid fighting for it, and his dad, and his mom, and his little sister.
I have two
The
Game Boy
cashier-
Colors and a Game
all
Boy
you
Advance.
see is Yuli. He's standing in line behind his family. They haven't said
You
what they
turn around
wanted
for
yet.
10 seconds, you hear 4 clocks, and all you turn back around, and it's me and the
It's
cashier
just
and 4
Yuli at the
people on
front
the
of the
floor.
line. I'll take
How
that
much-
Game Boy Advance.
How much do you think my original Game Boy Color would be
Oh,
if I sold it?
Hundreds.
That's not worth it.
No more than hundreds.
What about the
not really.
black and white before the color?
Hundreds. You got to hit like a really
You
certain
gotta auction
market.
it if you want more.
Yeah, or
gotta
wait
auction
another
it.
50 years when it becomes like
50 years? I might not.
Smithsonian level.
50 years. I want to be rich now.
You've got a better chance of selling an unopened issue of a comic and getting more realistically because you never opened it. But if you wanted over like $1,000 plus for an original Game Boy, that means you never opened it when it came out.
You're the first one to touch it.
Yeah. So that means
what she
it's
said.
brand new.
Why would she say that?
I hate it here. I hate it here. I hate it here.
God dang it, Yuli.
I hate it here.
I was invested.
Can I go home?
Poor
You are home. You're in your living room.
No, I'm not.
Well, she just turns it off and quits.
I'm done.
So
See you guys never.
Quits on air.
yeah. Anyone who wants to know what the heck we're talking about, besides what Yuli said, anyway, ignoring. Computer parts in general are skyrocketing.
Yep.
They're what is it? The DRAMs are projected to go up 28% in July. 28%.
Those things are, and these parts are already expensive.
They're saying even the SSDs are going up. So everyone who wants
oh man,
yeah, especially the ones for gaming, because the China crypto mining boom
last week is because of the shortage of that thing, right? What was it called? The superconductors?
The superconductor shortage, the China crypto mining boom. That alone did some severe damage.
Yeah, but then again,
nobody can keep up with the orders.
Everybody is dogging on crypto mining right now to the point where I don't think Bitcoin has been up since the last 2 weeks.
Well, here's the thing. It's all the other currencies that are coming up. Bitcoin is Bitcoin is at the top. It's there. Like nothing really is going to be phasing them.
It's number 5 or 6 right now, I believe.
It's still in the top 10.
Was the first one Ethereum?
The popular ones right now that people are looking at are not mineable.
That's good.
So, and the thing is, what sucks is so many people are just getting into it because they're hoping that it'll make them rich overnight. So a lot of people are like, well, what do I need? And then, people who actually are crypto miners, of course, they're sharing their knowledge. They probably don't expect people to go out and be like, I'm just going to go buy 13 graphics cards and all the amount of money,
the amount of money they're putting into this, they'll be lucky if they break even.
Yeah.
When it comes to computer parts.
Also, with all the new updates coming out, they're limiting how fast the mining is, how much power of your actual computer parts you can use. They're limiting all that to make sure, fuck you, crypto miners.
Plus, do these basic motherfuckers even know how to overclock? Bet.
Do what?
I don't think most do.
Hold up.
Shit, I don't know about
do you know how to overclock? Oh, never mind.
I don't.
I was gonna say.
I'm not even gonna pretend I do. I know the term. I know what it's supposed to do.
I've never heard of it.
I would recommend.
I wouldn't recommend it unless you have a processor specifically for it.
Even then,
I wouldn't do it anyways because I don't know what it is.
Exactly.
Layman's terms, it makes your entire computer, everything it does, run 10 to 20% faster and more efficiently.
It makes your CPU fan go from brr to brr.
So the key is to have an amazing
your computer's flying around your room while you're playing games.
Vietnam uncle in the next room freaking out. You go in there, he's in full combat gear on the ground, having a flashback because you overclocked your computer.
Oh my god!
Get the fucking Charlies! Get down, son!
Oh my gosh!
Uncle, it's just my processor. I'm just overclocking for Bitcoin, okay?
I just want to get some currency and try to make us rich.
Fucking has the boombox with Fortune Sun playing.
Oh no! So increased PC prices lead to PTSD, I guess. Yeah.
Oh my god.
But yeah, and if anyone's sitting there thinking well, I'll just wait till the DDR5s come out. Yeah, okay, have fun with that too.
Your mom walks in, is oh, I thought you were using one of my toys, honey. It's okay. Go back to your games.
If anyone thinks these prices are going to go down once the supply meets or overcomes the demand, they're wrong.
I'm sorry, can we just address
what the fuck?
Can we not? What toy? What?
Just went over his head. Carah's over here, shocked as fuck. It touches over here.
Hey.
Somebody's failing in the household if the mom needs a toy that powerful. Somebody's not doing their tasks.
Again, I ask.
Did I miss something?
Why am I here? Yes. Yes.
If your mom, what?
Warner's was so into his thought that he blocked Yuli out.
He blocked it
completely.
He blocked it
completely.
and just kept going. Just was like, yeah. Like, no.
Welcome to the GZ Chop Shop.
Wow.
What will we say next?
Where one person always doesn't know what the fuck is going on.
And you know what's bad? I'm the host, and even I don't know what's going on sometimes. Sometimes I feel like I'm just here.
So,
how do you think I feel?
In summary, good luck getting PC parts. Once you can, I highly doubt the prices are going to go down because they already know you're going to pay that price for them.
Well,
And before any console gamers start laughing and being like, ha ha ha, yeah, we're kind of fucked too, so we can't laugh.
Well, the funny other thing is, like, if you think about it, even though these are expensive ass PC parts, upgrading till it's no longer like even a Tachi, all you need is a different CPU, but like your entire system can work great with everything you do. It's just your CPU, because even your graphics card, even though it's super old, technically still good in today's standards.
Hey, as long as I can keep playing my Half-Life Alyx, I'm happy.
Exactly.
Until that i5 catches fire.
Y'all gonna leave my little machine alone, all right?
In fairness, Itachi, I used to have a 1060 with an i5, I think it was an i5 700, and I streamed and all that stuff perfectly fine.
Yeah, it's fine. It's the little engine that could, and it's still chugging along.
Yeah, you don't really need all these big high-end things.
I was
that they're promoting.
I was looking on a gaming forum, and I was like, okay. I was just curious, and then it was a post asking like what the average PC gamer spent on their PC. I don't think anyone said anything less than $2,000. I was like, I know mine did not cost $2,000.
Rich kids and
well, also,
people
if you're
that make a
going
lot
to
of
those
money.
websites, if you go to a lot of like forums where they talk about PC parts, they want you to have like the best at the cheapest instead of like what's okay at the cheapest.
Yeah, I do feel
there's a huge
like
difference at that level.
I do feel
I'll
like it's a
tell
huge
people
pissing contest.
not to be afraid to buy the more off-brand drives and SSDs and
I think the things that would be name brand would be like your CPU and your graphics card. Everything else, you can go anywhere.
Yeah, you can go off-brand. I have off-brand stuff in here. I don't have Asus. I'm not full of like Asus and stuff. Computer works just fine, always has. So you don't need all that, It's a ploy. It's a trap.
People realize that, then maybe we can start getting our supply.
But in summary, all consoles and PCs are fucked at the moment, except for the Xbox, because nobody really wants one.
That's probably the only one you could go in the store and ask for, and they'll just have it right there. Boom.
I might buy one just to have a fancy side table on my bed.
To take it.
Wait, who wants to take what?
You want to take this Xbox? Here's $50. Take it. I mean, we can't sell it. Nobody wants it. Here you go.
Even Microsoft doesn't want it, and they made it.
Sure.
They used to have commercials for it everywhere. I can't tell you last time I saw an Xbox commercial.
The Xbox 360.
Well, they don't have like exclusive games to really sell it like that.
Yeah, I don't have cable either.
Well, that's kind of their fault,
I don't even pay for commercials. I don't do that.
Like every time I go on YouTube, there's a Ratchet and Clank like video promoting Ratchet and Clank and the PS5. I'm like, that's how you do business.
Yep.
The Xbox, all it has going for it is Halo Infinity, which has been pushed back 2 years and has yet to be determined. And the last clip we saw looked like Xbox One, so they're already failing.
Crashing and burning.
Anyways.
Yeah. They didn't even take off. It's that video of that plane with the 10 wings that just see it rolled in, and as soon as it rolls on the drive, on the paveway, it just collapses on itself.
What's next on the agenda today? What do we got?
Carah's Corner of Weird.
Ooh, I'm excited.
Are we in Florida?
No, we're going to England.
What?
Woo! It's their turn.
We're going to England. So the title of this news article is "Discovery about Naked Giant Carved into English Hillside Arouses Scientists."
Wait. Before you dive in, because it's England, I think Carah should try her best British accent.
No.
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 Do it, Carah.
We already found out. We have found out that I'm not good at accents. Okay.
You can be.
No.
Do it.
No.
All right,
it.
tell you what. Well, do an Australian impression. Just go crikey. Go crikey.
No. No. Just so you guys can laugh at me? No.
Carah.
We're already laughing.
Yeah, we always laugh at you. What do you mean?
That just sounds
I'm not going to
terrible.
give you fuel. I'm not
You
putting
laughed at
fuel
me.
in the- And?
You laughed at exactly. What do you mean? And?
I like how she was so quick with it. Like it was just matter of factly. She straight bombed you. And
Okay, repeat the naked caveman they found. What was it? Naked Cyclops?
what?
What they find?
Discovery about naked giant carved into English hillside arouses scientist.
What do you mean arouse
Wait,
the
arouse
scientist?
the scientist. Hold up, phrasing?
Yeah. Yes.
Go on.
Hold on. Let me talk about the name of that article right now. Arousing scientist. So what? Did
So I
one
want-
scientist look at it and start beating off to it? Like, what? Why
Okay.
the fuck is he
Okay.
aroused? Get the
what?
get off to this. Who's
Shut
beating
him.
their meat to this?
Nobody.
Why is it arousing scientists? It even says right there, arousing scientists.
So-
Who's beating
so-
off to it?
So what do we have here? We have like a big valley
Oh my God.
field. And then, how big does it say how big this giant naked giant
okay,
with a bat?
if you
Two bats,
look-
apparently.
That is. Yeah.
Is that
Yeah.
is that what I think that
I'm
is?
pretty sure.
Oh, that's that. Oh my. They even got the taint right.
My God. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that that's what that is. So, that is a very big.
Now, is this a prehistoric find or is this like a hoax? Or not a hoax, but like a joke?
No, so I guess it had been overgrown and the people were mowing the grass pretty much and they found it. And so they figured out that they can, pretty much mow the whole thing and find it to figure out
So-
what it is.
You mean it? How old is it?
They are unsure.
So somebody in this big empty valley out in the middle of nowhere was just walking around and said, I need to mow this valley.
Yeah?
It's been centuries and it needs to be mowed.
Yeah. Pretty much. They aren't sure 100% what it is or what it's supposed to be. But they think it's what did it say? It's Saxon era or something like that.
So it hasn't been mowed in a while.
So it's been a long time. They think that they drew it as in
Oh, they drew it.
Oh yeah.
He's holding two bats.
He's not even holding two beds. He's holding one bed and the other one's attached to him.
Yeah. So the
big ass
This
wording
was a prank that went on longer, and the people that originally drew it forgot.
Yeah. So nearby area was found in 1987 AD, so they believe that it's older than this, and they aren't sure if it's supposed to be a drawing of a god.
He's a god. He's gifted.
Of what they depicted this god as as Haleth.
So
I have a few names.
Yeah, there's not pretty much to go off of other than they found it and they dug it out, and it's a big.
Go say it. It's okay.
hold up. Okay, can you scroll up and give us the writer of this article?
Elise Winchell.
Elise,
Right there.
Elise, are you sure the scientists were aroused or were you aroused?
No, I'm not sure.
Little was
you
known
scroll down
about
a bit?
the
It
well
says-
endowed.
What? No,
there's
you
a
can't
lot.
tell me she knew what she was doing.
The cartoonish
Okay,
ancient
so-
figure sculpted in the chalk hillside.
Basically, it's big, it's holding the club, and it's got a phenomenal foul. Get the fuck out of here.
Like,
Here, this might be the best one yet. And it's a prehistoric find.
yeah. It's,
Imagine the cavemen had pranks back in the day.
they think they aren't like this. There's a theory that the figure was carved around the body of an actual giant who was slain by the local townspeople. There's a bunch of different theories.
Can you imagine like one caveman looking to the hey look?
Okay, so they carve around the body, but they made sure
And
to
then
include.
100%. 100%. Had to. But they found microscopic snails in the sediment samples, which included species that were introduced into Britain in the medieval period.
So he had STDs.
Pretty much.
I'm just saying, can you imagine being the guys right now shaving around the ginormous penis?
That is a big penis.
Like,
This,
I feel a little.
what did you do today? I mowed a penis.
Like,
He's
and
holding
although
two
Alan
pieces of
told
wood.
the Post that nailing down the giant's possible age is exciting, it also
is it?
raises more questions.
Get the fuck out of here.
I just there's
All of it.
There's
Just
a
fuck
lot
at
to
it.
go over with that one. You know,
I wonder if it was just a big prank and they were laughing like someone's gonna find this one day and it's gonna be hilarious.
I feel like, because people are very crafty and they as long as they have the resources, they can do some art. So if they knew nobody was going to be out there, like maybe it was something done years ago and then no one ever found it. So the people who originally did it forgot about it, and then someday someone was like, "Hey, this grass is a little lower than the rest. We should randomly mow it."
and they
there
found
you go.
something.
That's why I'm curious. Like out in the middle of nowhere on some hillside, someone's like, "That grass is just getting too tall. The HOA would not approve of this."
The only
Just
other
gotta
thing I
go.
can think of is like a drone flight, and they probably flew a drone over, and maybe they saw like this colored grass, because the higher it grows, the darker it gets. But
Or maybe a scan.
or scan, like
The first line, unraveling the mystery behind a very erect giant carved into a hillside, has been hard. But a
What is
recent
with all these
discovery is
penis
hopefully
jokes in the
leading
news?
scientists closer to the naked truth.
What is with all
Who
these
writes
penis
these
jokes?
articles?
They are wow.
These articles are just spot on.
Look.
Wow.
We have a prehistoric cave drawing, but let's focus on the penis.
I think it's funny they didn't use the word penis. They said phallus.
Yeah, they're trying
Like,
to avoid
everyone's
using
afraid of-
penis.
Everyone's afraid of the word penis. The medical term is penis.
Y'all
And
remember
everyone's like,
growing up in high school? You ever played the penis game where you just try to yell penis louder
no
than
one
the next
played.
person?
No one played that.
You guys didn't play that where you were like in high school where penis.
Logan's family still
Penis.
does.
I'm not ashamed.
Carah's face with it.
Warner's is hiding his face in shame and disappointment.
It's like he's the only one that didn't have a fun high school.
They asked me what I was saying because I said his name, and I was telling them, and then they started screaming it. You're welcome. I was muted. You're welcome that I was muted.
To be fair, I was too busy smoking weed and getting A's.
Penis.
Nerd.
Nerd.
I was kind of a nerdy pothead.
And then there's just me and Itachi in the back of the school
Those
going,
things
penis.
don't line up that.
I
Yes.
definitely, if Yuli and I
They
went
do.
to school together, we would have been doing that.
In
Penis.
college, I would take a couple of hits, nothing too crazy, and I'd do my homework, and I'd be like, I felt comfortable, no anxiety. Go to class the next week, get an A. Wow, what's your secret, man? I'm like,
Sorry.
Wow. I was
Sorry.
listening, Warners. I was
heard-
listening.
Boring.
I actually got called a teacher's pet. I got called a teacher's pet one time in college.
Oh, in college, that's worse.
All I did was sit in the front and pay attention. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. Me, I wanted an A. If I didn't get an A in anatomy, 1 and 2, I wouldn't have gotten to nursing school. I took it seriously.
Warner's was the guy who sat in the front. He just.
I was so serious that
He was the kid that
In
ran to class.
in microbiology, the kid at the very bottom that was a super nerd, I could just tell you, he gave off the nerd vibe, the way he talked and stuff. He was my rival. He didn't know this, but he was my rival after the first test because he was like, I got 100. And I hate to break it to you, but I got all the extra points correct too, so I got 110. And from that day forward, every time I heard him talking about his grades, I was like, eh.
He's like the protagonist in those anime That's what that was. And he has the glasses, so I can just picture. Did the nerdy kid have glasses? Did you both do the little anime swing with the glasses?
So I was in really good shape at this time. Like, I lifted weights a lot, so I don't think I gave off the vibe of somebody who
So you were
cared
like
about
All
school.
Might. You were just a little bulky and had glasses.
Yeah, I didn't wear glasses. I wore contacts. I don't usually wear glasses. I'm out of contacts. But I definitely know I gave off that, like, maybe meathead kind of stupid vibe. Even not the way I talk, just the way I look. Like, people judge you off you look. But I took school really seriously. And he was my competition. And I whooped his ass in microbiology.
Fucking nerd.
I cheated my way through chemistry, okay, in high school.
What?
Literally, the kid who sat behind me was my friend, and he gave me all the answers, tests and everything.
To say I'm not surprised.
That was the only class I cheated my way through, okay?
No, I call bullshit on that.
No.
In every science class, I pulled a Senku, and I was like, it's time to get excited, guys. But nobody did.
I mean...
I remember messing with the beakers.
Were you the kid who used to raise their hand? Do we have homework tonight?
Nope. Nope. I actually kept to myself a lot. No, I kept to myself a lot. I paid attention. Like,
okay.
I
listened to everything.
Because if he had said he was, I would have muted him on the spot for the rest of the episode. I never liked the kid who asked, "Do we have homework tonight?"
I got really excited in chemistry.
Beat his ass right now if he said he was that nerd.
If he was really,
I'd fly to Texas right now and jump him.
In chemistry, I'd get so excited if I saw someone struggling. I'd be like, "Hey man, can I help you out?" And like, I'd help them do the mixes and the math and.
All right, Itachi, I'm no longer gonna slap you with the big black dildo I have. I'm gonna slap Warner's with it.
I approve.
See, this wouldn't happen in Japan. I'd be held as, oh, he's smart, he's popular. Go to him, he's cool.
He's cool. He's the cool kid.
I could dress up in cosplay and go to class. Everyone loved me.
Welcome back to America.
Welcome back to
Funny
America.
story.
Being smart is uncool.
No, funny story. I'm not making this up. My second day back as a civilian, when I got out of the military, my second day back, I was driving on the highway and I kind of accidentally cut someone off because I hadn't, I don't know, driven a car on the highway in like 3 years. So I was like, oops. And when he went by me, I was like, sorry. And he was like, fuck you, like through the window. And I remember driving like, yeah, welcome to America. Welcome home. No one in Japan did that, but whatever.
Oh. All right. So I found it earlier. I got a Poddex question for you guys.
Stop
Poddex.
it.
Poddex.
I got a Poddex question for you guys.
Poddex. Right. HR said stop.
HR said stop. No. I found this one. It's easy. It's simple. Come on, it's not even that bad.
What do we do? We can go.
Just fucking say it.
If you were a member of the Spice Girls, what spice handle would you be?
Posh Spice.
Wait, what? I was telling them
I'd
to
be
be
Posh
quiet.
Spice.
He answered that so damn quick.
I'm a Spice Girls fanboy.
Like he's been fantasizing about that.
I love Posh Spice. Actually, I just had this conversation during the weekend when I was in Arizona.
So, Carah, if you could be a Spice Girl, what would your Spice Girl handle name be? Where's the Jeopardy theme? I need to add the Jeopardy theme.
Wait. Are we making up names
for me?
Like me, I would be Black Pepper. Not for obvious reasons. Look.
Can someone make it up for me? I'm not good at making up names.
You do not want that. You better rethink that before Yuli gives you one.
I kind of want Yuli. Can you give me a Spice Girl name?
I
will not be offended.
This is not going to end well.
I will not be offended. I promise.
Warner, are you looking up spices right now?
Carah definitely be Baby Spice. She'd be an Emma Button. She'd be Baby Spice.
Baby Spice?
Yeah, Baby Spice. Carah's definitely. Warner's is definitely a Ginger Spice.
Warner's?
Hang on.
I give him
He's
a
looking
Ginger
for a
Spice vibe.
spice that he can resonate with.
Hang on.
Orange is definitely a Ginger
He's
Spice.
trying.
He's so, well, dude.
He's looking up spices right now.
Oh my god.
He turned this into a homework assignment. He's gonna come back next week. Guys, I found out my name. I figured out my name.
I finally did it, guys.
I finally did it. I got a Spice Girl name.
I'm almost done, I think. Hang on.
I didn't think it was gonna be that hard.
No, yeah, I'll tell you what I'm doing in a second.
Oh my gosh.
You going on one of those random name generators?
Oh yeah.
What? Shut the.
All right. My name is Loud, Dark, and Handsome Spice.
The fuck?
We're talking about a real fucking Spice Girl, you dumbass.
Oh.
There's an actual Spice Girl that's Baby Spice.
What was yours, Yuli?
I was Posh Spice.
And what was yours, Carah?
Evidently, I'm Baby Spice.
Baby Spice.
I made my own up because I'm special.
Can I be okay, Cinnamon Spice. Does that count? Why is everyone cringing?
Cinnamon Spice. It just doesn't roll off the tongue.
Doesn't.
You know what? You can well no. If I have to pick one, I'm gonna say sporty though.
Yeah,
I hate
Itachi
this
gives
game.
off a Sporty Spice.
Stupid game.
He was looking up all the wrong stuff.
Do one more pot dick. This one was like a complete shoehorn for Warners.
Wait, can I be?
Okay, let's see. Well, let me
I already
find
gave you
just
Ginger
for
Spice.
Warners.
Accept it.
Can I use my vape pens? Strawberry cream spice.
Fuck out of here.
All right, let me
Itachi.
see.
Give us one that we know.
Okay, Warners, because you said you would do this is easy for you. If you could replace
what?
one body part with a bionic replacement, which would you choose?
Penis.
Ooh.
I knew you were going to say that.
I want to be able to, like, if I'm in a bed with a girl, I'll be like, go gadget.
Yeah, go
dick.
gadget. I was just thinking that. go gadget. Extendo dick.
No. My arms.
Why?
So you can beat faster.
Why are
No.
we going back to that?
I mean, it followed up with Yuli's go gadget extendo penis, and then Warner said his arm. So I figured it'd be like,
Hey, don't worry, girl. It doesn't just extend; it vibrates.
You know, friction is a thing.
Not with the right amount of lubricate.
Oh my god.
I don't know what came over me, guys. I usually don't add to this.
Bionic arms, man. You can lift whatever you want. Doesn't matter if you got smack a motherfucker. They won't mess with you again. They're gonna go 800 feet.
Think about this. With your bionic arms, you can't lift whatever you can because you still have to rely on the rest of your body. You can't pick up. You can't pick up 10,000
bicep
pounds.
curl.
The weed.
No,
Bicep curl.
No, there's still a limit to the rest of your body.
Bicep curl.
It doesn't
Oh
matter if
my
you're fucking
God.
falling down face first because your legs can't handle that weight.
He does. I think doesn't this come down to like, this is where science and Yuli clash.
When do we not
Human
clash?
physiology and Yuli clash.
Definitely my arms now because I'm gonna smack the shit out of you.
All right. You know what? When we first meet up in Texas next year, I'm slapping Warners with the big black dildo. You know what? Fuck that. Fuck the big black dildo. I'm buying the Moby Huge for you, Warners. That's
I'm gonna
like
go online.
70-pound dildo for you. And
I'm gonna go
smack
online.
you dead in the fucking face.
And buy those robotic braces for your arm that the military has. You know what I'm talking about,
It's still
Itachi?
not gonna help you when I slap the shit out of you with the Moby Huge.
Choke your ass out with my
Brought to you
bionic
by
arm.
Poddex.
If you can reach me, because I have the Moby Huge ready on deck.
Wow. So,
Go gadget pimp slap.
Go gadget extendo dick. Vibration level 4.
it just comes back to that processor fan that has your computer flying around the room. It's got one of those. Your extendo penis is overclocked.
when it's powerful enough to stick to your ceiling and act as a fan.
Okay. And on that note, I got to admit, we're done. Wow. Guys, if you like the episode,
Go Gadget fan.
Tachi is crying again.
leave us a comment on Twitter. Let us know. Hey, if you want to answer the pod deck question, let us know on Twitter. Add us and be like, hey, this is what I would get replaced. Don't judge my eyes right now. I
fucking can't.
Make sure you guys go support us on Patreon.
Tachi, you sound like you just ran a marathon.
I'm exhausted. Go check out the Patreon. Hit us up on Discord.
Do all the things that we say in all the other episodes.
Yeah,
Tachi can't talk right now.
Have a good one, everybody. We'll see you on the next episode.
This man.
Don't forget to visit our Patreon and our GammaGames.com. Brought to you by Gamma Games.